coming to our class. Welcome to the amazing Life of Soil class today. So I'm gonna introduce myself and the team. My name is Golnar. I'm an assistant professor here at ONA Center.
Hey, thank you, Dr. Kumar. Well, good morning. Again, my name is Don Rainey. I'm a regional county extension agent in water resources. And what do you think about soil? How important is soil to you? You like it? What does soil provide?
Trees.
Nutrition.
Okay, nutrition. Is it alive or dead?
Alive.
What makes it alive?
Grass.
Grass?
Bacteria.
Bacteria. Very good. Very good. All right. So yeah, let's jump in here. So how important again is it to you as far as nutrition? What do you see there? On the screen. Potatoes. Those are potatoes, and they're growing in soil. Just regular cultivated soil. Good soil though. We have to have the right match. But what do we make from potatoes?
French fries.
French fries. What do you like about potatoes? You have any French fries? Tater tots. We had tater tots in there. Oh, tater tots are big. What else?
Mashed potatoes.
Mashed potatoes.
Hash
Kinda-
browns.
Hash browns. All right, so there you go. Just from potatoes in soil, we got and chips. Of course, I gotta have my potato chips. So within soil, we have it's a mixture, believe it or not. So we have that organic part of it, fungi, bacteria, plants, root systems, and then we have our mineral side of things that are the building blocks, and we have pores that either hold air or water. And then last would be, the what we call the total matrix. And so how their soils are put together is how they're going to react as far as if we were to put a plant in it, we build a building on it, we drive on it. They have all different types of reactions within that soil. So we study that and see how we can improve those systems as well. So with soil porosity, we're just talking about pores, little openings within, think about Swiss cheese. How many of you like Swiss cheese? Okay, what is, how can you tell Swiss cheese from cheddar when you're looking into the chemical? All those little holes, okay? So they were made by bacteria at one time or another. Well, the same thing with soil. So when soil is put together, and we have composites all across the state, different types, naturally, when I say put together, they develop these systems. So you can see the system, you can see the pores, the openings, you can see where water can hide or be trapped. You can see where roots can follow down through those air channels or water channels. And so we have movement of water in air within our soils. For water, when rainfall occurs, we have what we call permeability. That's the actual movement of water through that system. So when water does hit our surface in Florida, there's basically two ways it goes. Which way does it go? Which one you want?
Down.
Down. And which is the other way with water movement?
Up.
It could go lateral too, but it's going to have to find its way up, right? Because it's in a cycle. We have the water cycle. And so pores and permeability is all important about that. We get aquifer recharge. We get our drinking water, 93% of it in our state, we come down below. So we have to have pores and permeability in play for us to even get a good cup of water. And within that system, when the water's moving through it, it's getting cleansed, it's getting filtered by root systems, it's getting cleansed by minerals as well. So a lot of good things coming from that soil through these pathways. If we were to just look characteristically, we have sand, silt, and clay. When we get a combination of sand, silt, and clay, we call it a loam. And so if we were to put them side by side, fill them up with water all at the same time, which one is moving through the fastest? What's the porosity, permeability of the profile that you see? Tell me about it. What do you see?
Sand.
Okay, you see sand. Does it hold water, or does water move through it rapidly? Okay, and what we would say it has a lot of pores or not a lot of pores? Okay, it has a lot of pores, which increases that movement downward through it, what we call permeability. So we have all together, hits the top and moves down. So what's the slowest? Which one's the slowest? Clay. Takes a while. Sometimes it could take up to 10 years, maybe 1,000 years, depending on where you're at on this earth. for water to move a certain distance. I'd say 3 meters, 10 years sometimes, in certain parts of the world. And then with our mixes, when we have native soils, you know, we get into older soils, we have our loams, which are great for cultivating. It's in between. So we have good porosity and we have good permeability, which we want, right? Which one would grow the best cucumber?
Sand.
Would it? It might, depending on, you know, the movement of water and nutrients with that. So you have to think about that too as well. So good comment. Before I go further into that, let's demonstrate it up here. So I need you. Take this. So we're going to look at the porosity and permeability of these two objects. What is this called?
A brick.
Brick, paver, what do we call this?
Sponge.
Sponge, okay? Swiss cheese, maybe. All right, so what we're gonna do is just take them and place them in the vat of water. Hold them down. Okay. So what do you think, is water moving in or out of any of them? Do you think water's moving in or out? Which one would you think water moves into the fastest? Okay, why is that?
Because it has holes in it.
Holes? What about that guy? That's got little tiny holes, right?
It's clay.
Okay. Hey, that's right. I'm gonna name it something cool. Okay, so let's flip him over. Flip him over. Put him back down. Give it there. What else you think is gonna happen when we lift them up? How much water is going to come out? Which one's going to come out the most when we lift them up? Why is that?
Because it soaks up moisture.
Okay. Does it hold it though? No. It's got those pathways creating that permeability, right? That big word. Let's do it. Hold it up. Both of them, same time. Okay, so we got some water coming out here. Some of it's staying in there. Let's squeeze out. How much water? Oh, there's more. Hey, give it a good squeeze. Water. Oh, look at that. Where's the water? No water. Okay. So what's going on? You can put it down now. So, definitely with a sponge, which has more pores, is going to allow more water, even air, to move through. Just like with soils, with good soils that have these channels and airways and pathways for water to move. Definitely going to get in there and hydrate plant root systems. It's going to be a good buffer too, you know, and as far as recharge and cleansing our water going down. So you nailed it right there. So what do you think that's made again? What do you think is made of? Maybe some clay, heavy materials. Okay. Does it have a lot of? Do you think? Why did water not move into it? It's just. You think it's denser, maybe? Denser, like this one? Can you squeeze it that way? Okay. So there's a lot of properties within our soils, just like these two objects, that either prevent or allow access of water to move through it.
Good job, guys.
You two guys are great. Thank you. Appreciate it. All right. So our next demonstration, we're going to let everybody get their hands on things. So let me kind of go through it a little bit. Okay, so for this demonstration, I'm going to split you up into groups at these tables, and Dr. Gilmore and assistants over here, we're going to walk you through it. There's going to be some observations. There's going to have to be some timers. You're going to have to kind of like pay attention to water movement coming out the bottom, because we're going to record those notes and we're going to talk about them. And basically, just real quick, we're going to fill up the cups with a prescribed amount of water, which we'll show you. We're going to sprinkle some Kool-Aid powder. Yeah, lots of Kool-Aid powder, right? We're going to use that as our indicator, and then we're going to pour some water through it, and then we're going to see what comes out the bottom, how much comes out the bottom, and how fast it comes out the bottom. And then we're going to identify some characteristics of that.